So could you first state your name and title?
Sure. Jennifer Princing. I'm Sustainability Manager at Dow Chemical Company,
And where are you based?
Midland, Michigan.
And we have many things to talk about here at the Sustainable Brands Conference, but there's one thing in particular that you are telling me about that I think is so exciting.
I
It's called
am.
the Clean Regatta. Can you tell me about it?
Absolutely. I'm planning a regatta at Tawas Bay Yacht Club on Lake Huron this summer, and we are registered to be a clean regatta with the organization Sailors for the Sea. It's very exciting, and we'd love to see you there to learn more about what it means to be a clean regatta.
So,
And,
yeah, I think we should explain right now because, okay, I've sailed before.
Yep.
You get on a boat, you put up the sail if it's sailing. That seems pretty clean, but I'm sure there are many things on boats. Sometimes when I watch boats come into marinas, I think, are people thinking about the gunk they're putting into the water? And when I see motors, I really worry about what's put in the water.
That's true.
So what makes a clean regatta a clean regatta?
Right, there are on the water aspects, but also lots of things on shore. We talk about water bottles, reusable water bottles a lot. Even the food that we eat, we talk about locally sourced food. We talk about recycling and composting. One of the things I would like to try is a gear swap. This is an event for children, so they grow out of their gear, and the burden of producing all of that is very high. So we're going to talk about recycling, reusing that for another child. So there's lots and lots of best practices, and Sailors for the Sea has some excellent resources for finding them.
Is there actually a regatta race? And
Yeah.
does a boat have to prove it's sustainable in some way to be in the regatta?
Doesn't have to prove it in any way, but part of our charge is to communicate, educate, share the story about what it means to be a clean regatta and those best practices. So this regatta is for what are called optimist dinghies. They're boats that children between the ages 7 and 14 race. So they're the perfect audience to talk and learn about the Great Lakes. They already love the water, and we hope they grow up to be great stewards of this great resource that we have in the Great Lakes.
You and I talked before we did the interview about like how I like to sail and I
Yeah.
sail with friends sometimes on Lake St. Clair. What might the normal person do who's just sailing a boat on the Great Lakes or doing any other kind of boating? What's a simple thing that they could do that they might not realize is not being very good to the earth or very sustainable?
Sure. Certainly don't ever throw your trash in the water. I think years ago people used to do that and not realize that that was very impactful, and we know now, of course, that's a terrible practice. Sailors drink a lot of water, so definitely if we can use these reusable bottles and save the plastic from the single-use bottles, that's an important piece.